surround myself with people who I find intellectually stimulating.
We're going to talk about, just some stuff and how we're messengers and gift givers. And, that's what we're doing all day long. And we don't even know we're doing it. And that's why we love shows like that movie Pay It Forward. And it really planted a seed. And people have been paying it forward ever since and love doing it. When someone does them a kindness, they turn around and do a kindness to somebody else. And you can't stop that kind of thing. There's a good side and a bad side to everything. And there's silly chain letters that go around. They've been around forever. And they tell you, do this or something horrible is going to happen to you. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't want to be in your shoes when it comes back at you, my love. So, blessings to you. And move on. That's something that when you've been living objectively, it's hard to comprehend that God does not authorize evil because of fear. And fear is a human animal thing, okay? From a time when you were just aware of being. And that's why you're here. Because the animal part has to be washed away, okay? So that you can think like consciousness and love, you know, love like consciousness. It's all love. That's what this is. This is divine love expressing herself through God. And God and divine imagination went into man. God went into his heart, and divine imagination got downgraded and became the human imagination. And you don't have to do all those techniques and all that foo-foo. You don't have to worry about what you say or do when you're thinking the right way. This was a big nugget from Neville Goddard. Your state of consciousness, it's automatic. That's the role you're playing. You know, sorry, your response has already been written. Depending on which way you look, it's an interactive game. It's a dream. You can change it, and we're all messengers and gift givers in our interactions with each other. You know, um, for example, you're just outside picking weeds and somebody stops and says, hi, isn't it a beautiful day? Yes, it is. It's a great day. And y'all wave and smile at each other and drive off. And you reinforce to them a goodwill, and they stopped. How many times do people driving down your street stop and say, Heidi ho, isn't it a beautiful day? I don't know about you, but it's only happened a couple of times to me. And it happened today, so, I just thought that was so cool. And it's just things like that, the unexpected, and it just makes your heart warm, and you just want to pay it forward. That's all. You want to spread the love. So you keep giving out those smiles, and you keep having a good time. And to get there is buying the pearl, and recognizing that this is all spirit. This is all a dream. This is a lucid dream. However you want to look at it so that it makes you snap. It's a shadow world. It's all energy that can be manipulated. It's like clay. It's malleable. It's those kind of way of looking at it because it's all one and you can shape it. And it's the human imagination that does it. It's God and the human imagination doing it. The consciousness in your heart. When you say things like, God is my shepherd, or God is my husband, or God is my provider, or God is my shepherd is beautiful because shepherds lead the sheep. They drive the sheep. They take over. And you've handed the reins over to him. And he's only good. He's perfect good. That consciousness is in charge. And the human imagination must obey the consciousness, okay? And now it's obeying God, okay? God's saying, okay, now she's got to have this. But then this human imagination will come back and say, well, she believes this and she believes that and she believes this. And God was like, hey, it's all good. Don't worry about it. We'll make it all good. Okay. And the human imagination does it. And it's the man trying to get into the middle, messing with the details. You've grown up believing a lot of things. And if you throw them all away and only believe in God, and you know that God is in your heart and in every other man's heart, and together they make up God, and you believe in yourself, the human imagination, your imagination and the imagination in all others, and you believe they're only good, they're perfect good, they're wonderful. That's what you believe of yourself, and you believe that of them. And now we become this one great big rock, that's grown and grown and grown and grown and grown. It's really wonderful how even a smile that you make to somebody as you walk down the street can change someone's life. You don't know their story. You don't know what's going on with them. Maybe that was the lifeline they needed. And you were put there for that specific purpose. And you had a choice whether to look up and smile at them or look up and scowl at them. And God knows where you are, and He knows what they needed. So you really didn't have a choice. You were supposed to be there to either scowl or smile. And if you have a strong mental fortitude, God knows that too. And He knows you're not going to scowl. He knows you're going to laugh. You're the baby that laughs, okay? You're God's child. So it's, I don't care what they're showing me. I'm going to smile at them. I know they're all better than that, If they're showing you something you think is you dislike and you don't like that, Oh, well, somebody's got to play it. Bless your heart, I know. I know you're good. I may not see it right now, but I know you're there. It's things like that, A lot of people don't understand how important that is to just, smile at someone, touch their face, tell them, you're beautiful, and don't worry about what anyone else thinks. You're like a Fabergé egg, man. There's not another like you. Never will be. People love yourself. You're magnificent. And this is one of the hardest things to overcome. And towards the end of your journey, you are raised to have good self-esteem. But the victims of the world are not. And they're the victims of the victims. Because even though you were raised with good self-esteem, you still played that victim bully. And we all do until we turn within and are shown it's within, not without. We may say that all our lives, but we don't understand it until we come to learn the principles of your mind. And they're principles just like there are principles in Newtonian physics. There are principles of your mind. There are principles in everything because it's all ruled by or governed by divine love. and that's how it is. And love is the common denominator. Love is the key. Love is the driving beat. Love is what makes the world go round. And love conquers all. It's all love. So you just spread a little love. Instead of worrying about whether you're going to get that car or house or whatever it is, why not give that lady across the street a flower or some cinnamon rolls or some carrots from your garden? Instead of moping around about your mom and dad, why don't you, go pick a flower and give it to your mom? Go buy her a rose from the guy on the corner. Now you've made his day and her day. It's a ripple effect. You walk up to him and you're wishing him the best. You know he's the best, and he gives you the best rose, and you give him the money and you tell him thank you for being here, and then you head home and you go, look, Mom, here, this is just for you. And she's like, oh my goodness. Gives you a hug, and this all feels good, and that's wonderful, right? Much better than worrying about, well, I hope she doesn't say this or that or the other, and always dreading whether it's going into a classroom, into an office, into a meeting, into a building. You should be having the confidence. Like the guys in Trading Places when they're getting ready to walk onto the trading floor. You gotta be confident like that. I'm here to eat you.
Think big. Think positive. Never show any sign of weakness. Always go for the throat. Buy low, sell high. Fear, that's the other guy's problem.
So, good self-esteem is where confidence comes from. And Neville Goddard talked about this, how his mother would bring them in one at a time and talk to them while she brushed their hair and tell them how much they're loved, and how special they are. And they were her favorite, and all that. And one day all three of my kids, which one's really your favorite, Mom? Because I did that kind of thing. And I was like, what are you talking about? You're all my favorites. And we can't all be your favorites. Yes, you can. Not one of you's the same. You're all different. So you're all my favorite. Ah, Mom. This is the truth. What do you want me to say? That's silly. Like, I can't love one kid more than another. It's love. I love y'all. Yeah. So, I hope this helps you see more and how to move forward. You made your wish, you made your claim, The worry comes up, mental diet, the ultimate mental diet, or no, I'm not worried about that. I know it's cooking. The big reveal will happen when it happens. I'm going to go get a flower for my mom, Or, I saw Mrs. Johnson yesterday, and she looks kind of tired. I think I'll take her some chicken tortilla soup. I bet she likes that, And then, just start noticing others around you and start lifting them up. Everyone's got a backstory. Things are going on at home and around them that you're not aware of at work or, in your social gatherings. And it's supposed to be that way. It's private. You're supposed to feel it and know and raise them up. And you do it in the best way you can. And a smile is one of the best messengers there is. Laughter, smiling, and just giving. So I hope this helps. Blessings to you. And thank you. Thank you for being you.
Weeping willow, with your tears running down, why do you always weep and frown? Is it because he left you one day? Is it because he could not stay? On your branches he would swing. Do you long for the happiness that day would bring? He found shelter in your shade. He thought his laughter would never fade. Weeping willow, stop your tears. There is something to calm your fears. You think death has ripped you forever apart, and I know he'll always be in your heart.